Hello students, today our topic of discussion is community participation for ecological restoration and conservation for class 10 environmental education. Let us see what is community participation. The creation of opportunities to enable all members of a community to actively contribute to influence the process of development and to share equitably in the fruits of development is called community participation. So what is ecological restoration? Ecological restoration is the process of assisting the recovery of an ecosystem that has been damaged or destroyed. It is an activity that initiates an ecological pathway through time towards a reference or a target ecosystem condition. Community participation in ecological restoration. Many of the world's ecosystems have undergone degradation, causing negative impacts on biological diversity and people's quality of life. All-out efforts covering multiple areas are needed to obtain concrete results. Participation of the whole community is essential in obtaining satisfactory results. Ecosystem management. Ecological restoration is a fundamental element of ecosystem management. As many people depend on the degraded ecosystems to sustain their livelihood, ecological restoration must address the following four elements. They are biodiversity conservation, human livelihoods, empowerment of local people, and ecosystem productivity. Ecological restoration plays a big role in conservation and sustainable development programs. It provides people with the opportunity not only to repair ecological damage but also to improve human condition. Besides bringing about conservation, it has the capability to renew economic opportunities, rebuild traditional cultural practices, and forecast aspirations of local communities. What are the goal of ecological restoration? There are some certain goals. They are to establish an ecosystem that is resilient and self-sustaining to structure, specific composition and function. To integrate into larger landscape. To support sustainable livelihood. And lastly, to attain healthy ecosystem in long run through community participation. There are certain challenges of restoration process. How to maximize the benefits of restoration within a landscape covering a large area and comprising a variety of land uses, and how to balance equitably the biodiversity conservation and improvement in human welfare. Attributes of ecological restoration with respect to ecosystems. There are certain attributes with respect to ecosystems. They are incorporating biological and environmental spatial variations into the design, allowing for linkages with the larger landscape, emphasizing process repair over structural replacement, allowing sufficient time for self-generating processes to operate, treating the causes rather than the symptoms of degradation, and include monitoring protocols to allow for adaptive management. Next, attributes. There are certain attributes again of ecological restoration with respect to humans, and they are ensuring all stakeholders, especially disenfranchised resource users, engaging all relevant sectors of society and disciplines, including the displaced and powerless, in planning, implementation, and monitoring, defining boundaries for restoration operationally by all relevant stakeholders, considering all forms of historical and current information, including scientific and indigenous and local knowledge, innovations, and practices, providing short-term benefits leading to the acceptance of longer-term objectives, striving towards economic viability. Challenges in ecological restoration. Large areas of land have been degraded. Next, most degraded systems are still in use by poor people. And finally, some repairs involve high costs. So these are the challenges in ecological restoration. There are certain benefits of ecological restorations. Let us see what are these. They are firstly improvement in biological diversity on degraded landscape. Number 2, increase in populations and distribution of rare and threatened species. Number 3, enhancement of landscape connectivity. Number 4, increase the availability of environmental goods and services. And number 5, improvement in human welfare. Thank you for listening.